This is an explanation of the Latin 1 assignment we did yesterday, just to review what we covered. I just gave you a chart of the eight, 8 versions of the patterns that the Latin verb can follow. There's one with a stem vowel of a, desperare, one with a stem vowel of long E, obsidere. There's two versions of the third conjugation with a stem vowel of short E, vincere and facere, or fecere. There is the fourth conjugation with a long I as a stem vowel, audire. And there are the so-called irregular, that is athematic, verb forms with no stem vowel, where you often see the infinitive ending as just se instead of re. Esse, to be; posse, to be able; but ire, to go. Okay. So what I wanted you to do first of all is identify which of these 8 patterns the verb forms I give you here are. So the first verb form is debemus, we must, and that, if you look it up in the dictionary, it will look like this: debeo, comma, debere. Sometimes they will just abbreviate it like this, long ere, meaning ought, must. And if you, of your choices here, this one has a stem vowel that's long E, and that would be this one here. Okay. So you'd put just the number 2 there. Next of all, monetis has the infinitive form monere, the long ere, so it's the same form as above. Same with tacere, because there are only 8 versions of it. It's not too complicated. But then desperare, from despero, I have despair. There's desperare, to despair. So the stem vowel here, you can see, is long are, which is this form here. You can see long are, desperare. So that would, you'd put the number 1 here. Okay. There are some ambiguities that are pretty easy to resolve. Take audiunt, accipiunt, and faciunt here. So first of all, the infinitive of audire, about audiunt, they listen, is audire, to listen. So that means the stem vowel is long I, and that you can easily identify here as being the 4th conjugation. The 4th, just put the number 4 there. So although the ending for audiunt, accipiunt, and faciunt are all the same, you see their infinitives are different. Okay. The stem vowel for accipere, to receive, to accept, is a short E. Same thing with fecere. It's a short E, not a long I. So you just need to find which of these versions has a stem vowel that's short and an E, and that's fecere. Fecere. It could be vincere. I mean, you wouldn't be wrong prima facie by saying it was just third, not 3A. But you see the third person singular for vincere is vincunt, but the third person plural for fecere is faciunt, just like our forms that we have down here, accipiunt and faciunt. So for this one you'd write 3A, and for this one you'd write also 3A. Let's see, the other ambiguous forms here, ad esse. Esse is just the verb to be. It has that same infinitive. So you just look up here and find a verb, infinitive in esse, not posse, but esse, like that one. And you say, well, that's like the form 5a, okay? The irregular forms. Esse would be obviously the same as ad esse. And then there are some other little problems. Let's see if we can find one. Redire would be the last one I'll mention. It might seem at first, on first glance in Latin is this phrase, prima facie. On its face, on the face of things at first glance, that this would be fourth conjugation, like audire up here. Audire. But this is a compound verb of the verb ire, to go. So redire means red, back, ire, to go back. Okay? And so, let's see, did I do this right? Conscendere, redegunt, right. So you would say this is the same as AO, that's the last one I think I put, like I called it 5B. Okay, sorry about this. Okay, so call it 5B for those reasons that I've given you. If you wanted to vacillate, you could say it's either 4 or 5B, and that'd be good enough for now. Same thing with exire, 5A, because it's just the compound of ire, sorry about that, to go, ex, and ire, to go, and ex, out, to go out. Okay. Translating these things is much easier than that. The verb, the morphemes, these things are called morphemes. Sorry about that. Morphemes and did it again. Okay, morphemes. Okay. But the morphemes are always the same, or almost always. So mus always means we. Tis always means you, plural. So it's just a matter of combining the verb ending, the morpheme that means we, mus, with what debe means. So debe can mean ought, so mus means we, so we ought. Mone means advise. Tis is you, that is you, plural. You advise. Takent, nt means they. Take means quiet, or are quiet. So takent, they are silent, they are quiet. Despero, o means I. Despair means to be without hope, to despair. So despero, I despair. The ending te is a plural order form, what's called an imperative form. That just means impero in Latin just means order. Okay, so audite me means listen to me, hear me. With no, you would not translate it with anything before the verb. Listen to me. Okay. Any other difficult ones here? I don't see any. So that's all for now.